Oh, hi, how are you? Good to see you again. It's always a pleasure. You know, tomorrow I'm getting in that brachium. Looking forward to taking a gander at it. A lot of people say it's like well, the handle's like a stitch, but we're gonna have to get it in hand. And that's kind of got me thinking a little bit. A lot of people they do knives you don't want to just hand to people, and I agree with that. I agree 100%. Knives you just don't want to just say here. Regardless of the knife, and let me give this one a plug. Been playing with this one lately. This is the Summit, Jake Hoback Summit. And you talk about a one-handed knife. Is this a Summit? I believe it is. You talk about a one-handed knife, watch. There. And it doesn't like snap close. You can get your hand out of the way, but boy, is that a spiffy little folder. But anyway, so, you know, people are saying, you know, they do videos knives you don't hand to people. And I agree. And when I hand a knife to somebody, I say, first of all, I lay it on the counter or on the table and I say, are you familiar with knives? And I watch them close. And I say, okay, fine. But what I have found is that, you know, it's like handing somebody a 22 and handing somebody like a 22 like this Medford auto, which, I mean, just is like so silky, smooth, no recoil. It's just like, and the lockup is great, but there's no recoil. There's none. You hand somebody something like that, and then you hand somebody something like this. Well, they may go, woo! And then they, woo! You know, and they drop it on their foot. This has a hellacious spring. And it has the recoil. You can feel it in the palm. Okay? And I just dropped it. But I've learned, don't try to catch it. Get the hell out of the way. Okay? Shit happens. Even with the most experienced people. So, what I'm thinking is it's not the knife itself or the spring. It's how much they got that bad boy torqued down. This thing here is a hog. Or a hog. Okay, and it's like another woo. It's got some recoil going on. This Soakum, which I dropped, it's gonna kick back on you. This Microtech Hawk, Signature Hawk, it's definitely gonna kick back on you. It's not as bad as this Soakum, and not as bad as the Stitch. The Stitch is kind of mild compared to the Soakum. That Soakum, boy, if you don't have a hold on to it, you know, you just have it like this, you're in for a ride. But it doesn't have to be that way. Here's a Medford. Oh yeah, woo. This is a Nosferatu. You know? No, you don't know. And here's the ProTech TR5, and they're gentle too. And I'm thinking, you know, do these people, do they torque the springs down? You know, to give you a little bit of like ass? I don't know. But it's not necessarily an automatic knife you don't want to hand people. It's, well, whew, it's almost like wimpy. Here I am saying a Medford knife is wimpy. Well, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. I gotta go, I'm terribly busy. I'll do another video tomorrow on that knife whenever it gets here. It's UPS, next day air. And we'll see what happens. And that's my thought on, it's not really a thought, it's like a little musing on, well, I don't know. And at the end of the day, I don't know. Except I do know that I have to go now. I'm terribly fucking busy. We'll see you. Thanks for joining me. It's always a fucking pleasure.